Well, hello, everybody. How are you guys? How was everybody's Wednesday? I almost said Thursday. Jesus. I told you it's been a rough week. Now I got one kiddo home with me, sick. Well, she's not with me. She's with Kenzie, but I snuck away to do a stream. She is resting. So this crap is just going around. I hope everybody else is feeling better if you've had the crap going on or you're having an okay day. Where do you guys want to start today? Well, I play this intro. Tell me if you want to start on new character, audio, riddle, ridiculousness, or a rant, or a little bit of a mixture of all. Where do you guys want me to kick off today? You let me know while I play this intro, and we will get going because we have, unfortunately, never-ending cesspool to discuss and talk about. I was watching your guys' comments. It cracks me up when you guys are like, rant first, piss everybody off right from the jump. I like the way you guys think, though, because it's all laid out anyway. So, all right. And it's really simple. Hey, Whispers in the Shadows. Hey, Aries. Nash Native. Peekaboo. Cash. Cash. Did the little message you back with what I said the other night? My second response? I'm sure she did. She was cracking me up. She's like, Mom. She was texting me. I was in bed and she was relaying messages. I was laughing. Hey, Music City, Avi, Rondi. Shop. Oh, I'm so glad you get a night to relax. Hey, Cranky, Sweet and Sleuthy, thank you. Diana. Tobeans, Jojo, Janice in Accounting, Rocky, Amy. They're both under the stairs. Well, one's upstairs and one's under the stairs. Hey, Catherine, Autism Mom of Two. True Friends. You guys are all saying rant. You have pneumonia. I'm so sorry. Hey, Claus. Hey, Connie. Pika, that's pretty funny. I will touch base on that a little bit. I've got some things to go into. Hey, Tracy. Megan, we do have a, new character to a lot of people probably in this segment. I have briefly talked about this person before, but they've done a new video and it's pretty interesting. It's in the psychic realm of things. So there's that. Hey, Michigan Wifey. You guys love a good nonsense rant. Hey, CLK. Hey, Perry. I've actually deleted 4 comments today because I'll be damned if people keep demanding. And stop coming at me under your damn alts. Like, just use your regular accounts. These accounts that demand that I speak up on shit just drive me nuts. TK. Dreads for Life. Chatty, Bodie McBoatface, Stella, Teresa, Shelly, Souls, Bomba Trucker, back it up, Terry, Miss Britt. All right, we're going to get into this. Hey, Donna. Vanessa, Coffee Addict. I sound worse today again. Hey, Elizabeth. The intro song, Elizabeth, I'm not, can you should be able to find it on YouTube, the song. I'm not sure how you upload it. Depends on what kind of device you have. Hey, Aqua Hearts. Sorry, I'm reading these. Hey, Darby, Marcy. Hey, Larry, Angel of Virtue. He called out Subaru Steve. Oh, gosh. Subaru Steve will be back on Subaru Steve next week. Dark Horse Justice, I did that yesterday. Hey, Steph, my Michelle. But I do have a clip of her to remind people of some things. So hold on. We'll get there. Souls, Honey Badger, JC, Wheel B, my Michelle, Lauren. Thank you. I like that you guys like that intro. Lily Polly. I'm sure it gets old after a while, but I try to keep it short and sweet and to the point. I sound better to you? Good. Okay. I feel more congested today. I slept weird on my neck too, and I have this like weird kink in my neck, but I'm doing good. I'm okay. I'm a trooper. Hey, 9mm. All right. So let's do the rant first. So, as most of you are aware, even if you're not aware, there's a whole lot of fuckery going on YouTube, which has been going on for over a year now. There's been things that have been going on in these overlapping sectors. There's a lot of expectation or demand for us creators who are quote unquote considered call out channels. I'm an asshole with a YouTube channel and a lot of opinions, to interject our voices and take up everybody else's fights quite often. You guys have seen that. Nothing new. You know where I stand on it. But let me remind everybody where I stand, because there's a lot of energy right now. And I've been hearing a lot of people talk about, well, how dare you not say something when they're Google Earthing or putting people's homes up. Hold the fuck up. If you don't have that energy for victims and their families, because we be doing that to crime victims under the guise of a true crime case on the fucking daily out here. Nobody is saying shit besides a few of us. So if you don't have that energy for actual victims, I'm not interested in your creator to creator bullshit. Let me remind you really quick of what I'm talking about, since it's really hard for people to kind of understand where I'm at. Let me just walk it back, because I don't have to just talk about it. I can give you a quick reminder. This is just a couple examples of creators using the guise of true crime to do all the real life fuckery. So while everybody is going back and forth with creator to creator, it's all wrong. Wrong is wrong. There's no low. I've been saying this for some point in time. But if you don't have that fucking energy for victims going through their worst time, the families going through their worst times, fucking miss me with your fake outrage about it happening from creator to creator. It fucking sucks. But if you can't even spare your energy for victims going through their worst time, don't ever expect me to lend my voice to your fights when you don't give the shit about what happens to these families going through their worst. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, you probably are better off. So just a quick reminder, 6 months ago, this family had their entire house, and this was just one of the people that put it out here, Spanky, entire home dissected and went through every single piece of their layout, their floor plans. How is that not considered going real life? Everybody's silent when it comes to victims, right? We do it under the disguise that it's true crime cases, right? Let me give you another example. Since some of you people that think I should lend my voice to shit sit in the chat with somebody such as this, who did this the other night. Let me go grab my timestamp. Actually, I made myself a note because there's 2 pieces in this. So if you're going to, hold on, I got my vacuum going. And Spanky is just one of many one of many who have dissected. It started with, I think, Terry Lynn. And they've gone through their entire floor plans of people that are just related to the families. They've been putting victims of true crime out here for years and nobody bats an eye at it. But yet the same people, such as this twat, and yeah, I called her a twat. I said what I fucking said. If you don't like it, too bad. Let me just go here and remind you, just recently, within the last 2 weeks, what she did.
In his room.
Mm-hmm.
We never knew what he was doing. She never said. Maybe he was on the switch if it was in his room.
I still question. Kathy was there, but wasn't there somebody else there?
Katie's friend Lori, right?
But that hasn't been answered as definite yet.
Yeah, he said it tonight. Seth finally said it tonight. He confirmed it.
She was there?
Yeah, he said somebody finally they kept asking in chat, and Seth said Lori was there.
So she was there over the weekend.
So that kind of makes me want to go back to the Lori story because we never were able to get it confirmed, and now tonight we got it confirmed. I want to go back and revisit what was said about Lori because, from my understanding, like Reality Winds just said, Lori was there the weekend from what the reports were, if I can remember correctly. Wasn't it Lori and her kid?
Yes, and he's autistic also.
So when did Lori leave? Did Lori not take part of this eventful Sunday?
That's what we need to find out. We need to ask more questions.
That's what we need to find out. We need to ask more questions. It goes on for another 6 minutes in that part. But this is the most concerning to me. So when you tell me that I need to and demand me to stand up against what's going on creator to creator, remember, I save my energy for what's going on with victims under the guise of true crime, that people are asking for their information, putting their floor plans out here, Google Earthing everything, and tearing their lives completely apart. Because of why? Because they can.
He's describing things. I mean, I have so many questions. I really want to look into.
And don't you ever come in my chat or any of my comment sections and demand I do a damn thing when you sit in chats like this and encourage people like this and don't have a fucking problem with what she does to victims, their families, and their loved ones. Innocent people like this.
This Lori thing tonight. I mean, tomorrow night, though. We're gonna go. And so I want to say this real quick because there's 619 people here. Number one, can we click that thumbs up, please? If it's not too much to ask, can we get y'all make sure you click in the thumbs up? And second, if anybody has any information about the Lori chick or any research on that, please send it to me. It's greatly appreciated. It means more to me than you know. Good night, Lulu.
Asking for somebody's private information to be sent to her, huh? Oh, but we're okay with that because why? Spare me the bullshit. You're all hypocrites. Lace those bitches up and wear them just like the rest of us.
Blue, thank you for joining us. Credit. Yeah, he did. All right, here we go.
Mm-hmm. Good night, Lulu. Thank you.
Good night. All right, here we go.
They're like, you need to stay around so that we can get a hold of you. It's like, well, you can get a hold of me. I got a phone. Call me. I am going to go look for my son. Well, make sure that you don't get out and go trading through the woods.
Anyways, I could go on and on with example after example after example, but I think you get the gist of what I'm saying in this quick little rant and reminder of don't ever demand me to lend my voice to what I've been saying is wrong from creator to creator, from creator to victims going through their worst time. I will continue to say what's wrong is wrong, but I will be damned if people that sit in chats with people like that do that under the guise of true crime when these people are going through their worst times, say shit to me. Save it. If you don't have that energy for victims and their families going through their worst times, I don't want to, miss me with the shit. Okay, carrying on. Let's get into our new character. You guys want to be dazed and amazed? Here we go. I said what I said. If anybody questions what I said, go sit with somebody else. This, my friends, is Silver Violet Flame. Silver Violet Flame did this one day ago. She is from the UK. You're about to be amazed with the abilities. Or probably not.
I wanted to do this one, and it will be followed up by a few more, I imagine, because I've been following a lady called Julie Skolink. She is the mother of 2 autistic boys. She's an author of a book.
Oh, don't even say it ain't so. Julie? Not Julie. I've been following Julie, huh? Well, we can already imagine how this is going to go, right? Right. I'm not going to speed her up because she's a little harder to understand. I love her accent, but she is a little harder to understand. So I will turn CC on for you guys. And let's go.
Book, Families in Crisis, Children in Danger. And she's heavily invested in Sebastian Rogers' case and getting information that I didn't know about alleged abuse, reports of things that have happened in previous years to Sebastian. So I'm going to put it all through the dowsing rods. This is part 1. And I just have a few pages here that I wanted to put through the rods. And I have invited Archangel Uriel along to assist me today because he is about law and justice and truth. So he kindly agreed to come along and answer these questions. As you can see, my little ball here is going crazy along with the other one on the other side. So I feel that Sebastian is here. It's the first thing I'm going to ask. This is for entertainment purposes, all alleged, my opinion, and no facts. Could I have a yes through the rods, please? Thank you. Could I have a no through the rods, please? Thank you. Is my device?
So this is what's called dowsing rods. Oh. Thank you.
Team here. Thank you. Rods are very strong. Is my guide Eric here to the left? Thank you, Eric. Wow, very strong. Is Archangel Uriel here?
So Eric is her guide, whoever Eric is.
An answer to my invitation. Oh, thank you, Archangel Uriel. And Sebastian, are you with us tonight? Yes, thank you, Sebastian. And where are you standing, Sebastian? Could you point the rods to that direction, please? To the right of me. Thank you, Sebastian. So, Sebastian, are you happy enough to assist in these questions being answered? Big yes. Thank you, Sebastian.
So, as you know, she is implying that Sebastian has passed on, which we have no indication of whatsoever at this point in time. This is where it gets especially grimy.
So, Sebastian, are you being well cared for? Yes. And how are you doing on the other side? Are things getting easier for you? That's good. Yes, thank you. All right. First question. Did Sebastian Rogers go to school and tell the teachers and staff that he was being abused by Katie and Chris Proudfoot? Yes. Thank you.
So, of course, the dowsing rods say yes, because why wouldn't they? Because Spanky and his buddies the other day had text messages from a supposed teacher. Let me just tell you this. If there is a teacher from Sebastian's school reaching out to content creators and telling them stories, they probably won't have a job. There's that. So you take that as you want. But supposedly there's been contact between somebody and a teacher at the school, and the teacher is releasing all of this information, which is protected private information of a minor child. They won't have a job if this is true. Again, of course, they didn't vet the source, didn't tell you anything. It's just reading text messages. And then Spanky privated that one live, put it on members only, and then he mentioned it again the other night about that, and I can pull that up if you would like to have me verify. But yeah, supposedly there's been contact with the teacher, and we're going to get a little into Spanky today too, because he didn't just talk about this supposed text messaging from teachers. He actually goes on to talk about audio now too. It's been quite interesting.
Would you like to confirm that for us, Sebastian? Yes, thank you, Sebastian. Did the CPS ever tell Seth Rogers that Sebastian reported that he was being abused by Chris and Katie Proudfoot? No. Thank you. Is it true that even after the CPS were involved, that the CPS never informed?
And once again, people are throwing a fit because I keep saying there's no proof of these alleged 5 CPS calls. There's not. There's factually not. And they keep saying, well, you know that they can't release private information. Yeah, they shouldn't be talking about it then. If they can't prove it, and if they can't vet and back it up with a source, a factual source, then it shouldn't be discussed. Because I'm not going to take any of their words for anything, because a lot of these people have been known liars.
Informed Seth Rogers at all? Yes, thank you. Did Chris and Katie Proudfoot tell Seth that CPS were investigating this allegation? No, thank you. Is it true that CPS worker who failed to tell Seth Rogers about Sebastian reporting that he was being abused, that this CPS worker was let go from the CPS? Yes.
Again, this is the claim that was made by other people that a CPS worker was let go. They couldn't confirm why they were let go. They didn't have any verification of it, but you know, the rumor mill, again, Spanky, BJ, and the other ilk went on with that months ago. She's reading from notes too. You can see everything that she is asking is from the rumor mill.
Thank you. Is it true that even after Sebastian went missing, CPS did not offer the case files to Seth Rogers? Yes.
No shit. That's why he said he had to get an attorney to get access to them.
Is it true that Seth Rogers had to get his own attorney in order to obtain those CPS files? Yes. I don't know if you guys knew about all this information, but I certainly didn't. Is it true that when Seth read all of the information in the file, that he said that Sebastian should have been given a restraining order from Chris and Katie Proudfoot to keep them away from Sebastian?
It was said on court TV. Rocket science, I tell ya.
Is that correct? Yes, thank you. Is it true, therefore, that Sebastian tried to get help for himself to save him from the child abuse he was enduring at the home of the Proudfoots? Yes. Were there witnesses to some of this abuse? No answer. I heard that some neighbours witnessed some abuse to Sebastian. Is that true? Yes, thank you. And I heard that some counsellors in Sebastian's school were aware of some abuse. Is that true? No answer for that one. Thank you. Was Chris Proudfoot right when he said Sebastian was trying to get him in trouble? Let me reword that. When Chris Proudfoot...
Sorry, the rods misunderstood her. hold on, retry.
Food said that Sebastian was trying to get him in trouble by reporting this. Was that his way of denying what he was being accused of? Yes, thank you. Did the Proudfoots and Katie and Chris abuse Sebastian? The Proudfoots, I'll say that again. Did the Proudfoots, Katie and Chris, abuse Sebastian? Yes, thank you. Will Seth Rogers press charges against Chris and Katie Proudfoot for child abuse of Sebastian?
These are pretty serious, hefty allegations to be relying on a dowsing rod for. And there's no proof of anything to substantiate any of her claims here. I guess this is just another experiment that everybody should be okay with, right? Implying that Sebastian is no longer with us. Okay.
Rogers in the future. No answer. Will Seth Rogers sue Chris and Katie Proudfoot in civil court in the future? No answer. Will Seth Rogers sue Child Protective Services of Tennessee in civil court in the future?
Oh, a little bit stronger. Those thumbs got to be real strong.
Yes, thank you.
Ah.
Will information come out about the reported abuse made by Sebastian Rogers before he went missing?
This is Silver Violet Flame.
Yes, well, it's starting to come out now. Will Seth's attorney be able to depose all of the witnesses of Sebastian's abuse, including Chris and Katie Proudfoot? Yes. Will Katie and Chris Proudfoot be charged with child abuse as a result of Seth taking things into his own hands? No. Thank you. Is Frances Suzette Rosenbaum Katie Proudfoot's mother?
Even going to the extent of once again trying to bring her mom into. Again, she told you in the beginning, all of her information is coming from Miss Julie.
A Tier 3 registered sex offender? Yes. Tier 3 is the most serious offenders of sex offenses and convictions. Is that correct? Yes, thank you. Has Katie Proudfoot's mother broken the law by being around Sebastian as a Tier 3 registered sex offender, which are offenders who are registered for life? Yes.
There is absolutely zero proof whatsoever that they have had any contact whatsoever. In fact, Tony had to eat crow on that because he flat out lied that there had been contact between Katie's mom and Sebastian. We have no indication that there has been any contact whatsoever.
Thank you. Is it true that Katie's mother has been a Tier 3 registered offender since September 2007, before the birth of Sebastian even? Yes, thank you.
Are you fucking ignorant or what? There's been no contact, Austin. Yeah, there's been none. Like, this is absolutely disturbing. This might top the other one, in my opinion.
EPS come to the home of Chris and Katie Proudfoot 5 times in regard to 5 separate reports of abuse to Sebastian Rogers, not once like Chris Proudfoot quoted on the Nancy Grace show. Yes, thank you.
Oh, once again, law enforcement, go home. It's solved. Everything's solved. No need for law enforcement. The rods have spoken. course there's proof, right? The dowsing rods say so. I mean, looks like a little thummy situation to me. I mean, dummy situation.
Was Sebastian locked down in his home and cut off and repeatedly punished and abused?
These are hefty allegations. She wrote these questions down to ask her rods. There is no proof behind any of these allegations. Yeah, sis, I will.
Yes, thank you. Sebastian,
Her dowsing rods made my washing machine go haywire. Sorry, I got to go fix it in a second.
would you like to confirm that for us, please? Is this true that you felt like you were locked down in your home and cut off and punished and abused?
I should just call this series, instead of New Characters Unlocked, I should just call this series Lawsuits Needed. Truly. I hope the family sues the pants off of a lot of these people. Takes them for their dowsing rods and all. But here again, she's in another country. I'm sure she feels that she is insulated because of that. Leo, I'm telling you, I reviewed her in my 75, and then she popped up because she did this yesterday, and I sat there and my eyes rolled. I was checking out my own ass again because my eyes were rolling so hard in the back of my head listening to this shit. And again, it just gets worse as we go today. I hate to say it. Some of these aren't new characters. Some of the extent that they're going to is unreal, though. But this one, I figured we'd start off with a new character and just roll into all the bullshit today. You guys, I could do this all day long and never repeat the same content. Well, besides the same clips to debunk their shit. But it's unreal. The amount of people that have been doing this. Oh, by the way, 2 videos I want to promote today. First of all, let me hold on. Let me go find it. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I'll share it in my community tab when I'm done, but probably one of the better breakdowns of this overall case that's more fact basis that I've seen. Truly, I was a little impressed with that. Give me one moment. Pause. Derek Lavasseur. I don't know how you pronounce his full name. He did one from the detective perspective. It's actually a pretty good breakdown. Yes. His breakdown was pretty spot on. There's a few things, but he didn't buy into any of the salacious stuff. Any of that. I was pretty impressed with his video, truly. Overall, compared to a lot of the other big channels. So huge shout out there. And then Michelle After Dark. She had me cracking up right away this morning. We'll talk about that situation a little bit, but another great video I highly recommend. And I also have to give a shout out to Jay for Justice. Jay for Justice ate crow today on her live stream. Acknowledged she had some things wrong in the beginning, rewatched one of her reactions to one of the videos she did, and was like, watching herself, I think, was probably it was a lot. But that's all we can ask, is for people to, like, I preach about misinformation. You guys know I don't like anybody, and I'm an asshole about it. But when people go back and rewatch themselves and take accountability and say, okay, I did get some things wrong there, I did go into this, and are willing to take a step back and look at it, that's all we can ask for. All I want is better for the victims and their families, and this to stop happening to them. And she ate crow. She flat out ate crow. She said it. She was talking about it as she did it. And that in this arena doesn't happen. So I have to give it props where props are due. So that's all we can do. We all fuck up. We're all human. But some of it, a lot of people are unwilling to do that, unwilling to even take a glance back at their behavior. It doesn't mean I'm going to agree with her on everything. Hell no. I don't agree with myself on everything. But even the willingness to take a step back and rewatch, I mean, she was rewatching one of her criticisms of them in the beginning and ate crow. And that takes balls to do.
Yes. That feels to me like Sebastian doesn't really like to talk about that, or he has a lot of feelings that need processed about that.
And Jay, just because I can give you shit because you're in here right now and Chasing's in here too, I'm sure Chasing's still looking for a $4.99 refund with interest before the HOA fines you. Okay. I'm just giving you the shit.
Be fair to say, Sebastian? That's a stronger yes now. Thank you, Sebastian. Katie Proudfoot was quoted as saying there were no family altercations at the time of Sebastian's disappearance. Is that a false statement? Yes, thank you. When Katie Proudfoot said in her interview, quote, "You don't know and I don't wish you to know," close quotes, in response to
She's fucking quoting her.
the public badly treating her about Sebastian's disappearance, was she in her mind expressing her feelings as the mother of an autistic child?
You're quoting exactly what she said. What? Are you, ma'am, are you okay? Obviously not. I'm not either.
Yes. So she wasn't really answering the question in regards to being treated badly by the public. Is that correct? Yes. And is that why Chris interceded by giving his opinion so quickly before Katie even had the chance to finish her sentence? Yes. Thank
Of course, that's going to be a yes. I mean, she's getting her information for the wonderful Julie.
you.
Holy shit.
So to someone,
No, this one's definitely not Pika's fault. This one's all me. Pika still is responsible for Julie. And that one takes the cake. This one is one of my psychics that I've been following, one of the 75 plus psychics that I've been following along that has touched this case. Yeah, unfortunately, up to good. Let's go take a look at her stats right quick and just so she's only got 1.64K subscribers, but she's got 1,200 views on this already. She's got 1,200 views on this from yesterday. She's not a huge channel, but she does quite a few videos.
is that a statement from someone who is making an excuse for their behavior? Yes, thank you.
The accent's good, yeah.
Julie Skolink called the Sebastian Rogers tip line at Sumner County Sheriff's Office over 7 days ago.
Julie's called the tip line 3 times on live stream, just so everybody is aware. She's called them 3 times on live stream to bother them.
With important information she had about Sebastian's disappearance. She has still not received a call back. Is this true? Yes, thank you.
Of course, she's not going to get a call back from a tip line. That's not the purpose of a tip line.
Is it true that the Sumner County Sheriff's Office do not have a designated email listing for the Sebastian Rogers case? Yes, thank you. So is it just a regular email for tips for anyone that these messages are left? Yes, thank you. Is the Blanche person on the recording that answered Julie the same Blanche that has been retired for 3 years now from the county sheriff's office. Yes. So apparently this voicemail answers, and it's someone called Blanche who says that they will get back to you.
Somebody probably took over that phone line and just hasn't changed the voice recording on it. I mean, are we? Yeah. Yep. I don't even understand this shit.
But apparently,
Of course, Julie covered that on live stream. Then Silver's on the scene, did it, and now it's just cycled through.
this Blanche has been retired for 3 years, and obviously this is before Sebastian's disappearance even occurred. Are the law enforcement doing everything they should be to follow up on all calls and tips about Sebastian's disappearance in Sumner County? No. It's pointing to my guide, Eric. Would you like to say something about that, Eric?
Oh, now we're going to talk to Eric for a moment. Hold on. Incoming message.
Yes. So what's coming through is any tips or information should go to the FBI. Is that what you're telling me, Eric? Yes, thank you.
Oh, that's astounding information.
Does Katie Proudfoot's family include multiple SA offenders, including her own mother and stepfather? Yes. Would it be fair to say that Katie Proudfoot has learned behaviour from her mother and stepfather in regards to abuse?
This is absolutely disgusting. Throw it away. This is right here where my blood pressure skyrocketed. This is so disgusting. A victim of childhood abuse, to even attempt to put that on them. I'm sorry. This is just pure vile exploitation. And I hope everybody that has a voice speaks up against these type of people, because I'm sick and tired of their quote unquote experiments they think that they can run on horrific tragedies and missing children.
Yes, thank you. Was it recorded that Sebastian was neglected due to lack of supervision at the age of 7 or 8 years old at an apartment and not supervised in the company of a 13-year-old child who severely SA'd?
Meek Coat, just so you factually know what Julie is sharing before you come in here, understand that I covered it already. And Miss Julie has pictures of the corner of their house stating that they had cameras. Now, she can't remember if she got the pictures from a neighbor or a sibling of a neighbor, but she also called them on Thanksgiving Day to ask her source to go drive by their house to make sure that they hadn't moved, because she's telling everybody that they've moved from their home. You know, her friend that's been covering this from day one alongside of her has been so heavily invested, claims that Katie sold the house the day Sebastian went missing, bought her boyfriend a Harley, and took off to a camper. So factually speaking, Julie can take her photos that she got months after the fact that we already knew they had cameras, and law enforcement has known and, you know, is in the area. None of her shit is breaking whatsoever. I got you, Chasing. Miss Julie is a little late and should probably mind her own business over there in New Jersey, because all she does is vile, disgusting things to the family. And such as a parody where she pretends to be Chris Proudfoot and calls Sebastian a little R. So, yeah. I don't have nothing nice to say about Miss Julie or her fucking photos. Okay. You can tell I'm in that mood. I'm moody today as is, and these people just grind my gears.
Recorded that Sebastian was neglected due to lack of supervision at the age of 7 or 8 years old at an apartment and not supervised in the company of a 13-year-old child who severely SA'd him. Is that correct?
Actually, no, it's not correct. That story has been added to and changed. They even attempted to try and hunt down the other child's, which Katie came out and clarified that the age of the child was not 13. People have continued to want to run with things, and I can't wait until everybody has to eat their own words, because this is disgusting. Katie came out and corrected that the other child was not 13. And we have no indication that there was what she's claiming done.
Yes, thank you. Guys, that's what I have for now. It's a lot, and I was very shocked to hear all of that. I don't know if you guys knew about the half of it, but this lady, I'll give you her name again, Julie Skolink, and her channel is Julie Skolink. She's not long up on YouTube, but she's been on TikTok longer, and she's a mother of 2 autistic boys. She's the author of the book Families in Crisis, Children in Danger.
Yeah, buying that book for sure. Not at all.
And she promotes the health and well-being of autistic children and looks into any malpractice also. She's very informed on all matters regarding the law and regards to the
Holy shit.
rights of autistic children. So go and give her a like and subscribe and listen to what she has to say. She's doing good stuff. I'm going to do some more of these and put all her findings through the dowsing rods and see what we get. And hopefully we'll be able to get some justice for Sebastian. So thank you so much for joining me. You can still book your dowsing rod sessions through the links below. The energetic block sessions and the departed loved one from spirits, they're all in the links below also. And I'll see you next time.
Unreal. Speaking of Julie, let's just take a little gander at some of Julie's most recent. Oh, here we go. Let's go here. So this is Julie's latest video from a day ago. Julie's going live here shortly, so I'm sure we'll have something wonderful to talk about tomorrow.
Mr. and Mrs. E's Crimecast on YouTube.
And the title of this video happens to be Katie Proudfoot. I'm speaking to you. Tell LE the truth. This woman needs her internet taken away. So does the other one that just promoted her. The fact of it is, Vivian, she tried to respond to me. And these people are so willing to buy into anything. Like, she's being promoted heavily by the misinformation cronies. It's disgusting.
We heard awful news about Sebastian Rogers, 15-year-old missing autistic child from Hendersonville, Tennessee. It was said Child Protective Services in Tennessee didn't just come to the Proudfoot's house in Hendersonville one time, like Chris Proudfoot said on Nancy Grace's show. No. Last night it was said it was 5 times CPS came to the Proudfoot's house.
You notice how she's emotionally manipulating everybody with the broke up voice again? What did you say, Chasing? Hold on. Yeah. She emotionally manipulates. Jay, have you seen her yet? Have you seen the parody she did of Chris? Ugh, she's disgusting.
On 5 separate reports of child abuse of Sebastian Rogers, an autistic child who weighed about 110 pounds. Hearing that was
She is also the one who claims that he was malnourished and being withheld food from, things that there's no indication of whatsoever. Oh, this one's way worse than BHB. Yeah. This one is, in my opinion, way worse. Oh, Miss Robin, Julie is bad, you guys.
like a punch in the gut. I didn't get much sleep last night. And I'm pretty sure all of you watching my video who have been praying for Sebastian didn't get much sleep last night either. I am angry and heartbroken. I'm sitting here making this video in my son's room. My son, his name is Spencer. He is autistic. And I love Spencer with all my heart.
I cannot believe that the chat is actually in agreement with me, and all of you guys are spot on that she's worse. She is dangerous. That is my opinion, and I will continue to say it. She is dangerous. She's got a TikTok of 77,000. And she says the most outlandish things as facts. She is keeping the Proudfoot family under surveillance by having people drive by their home, take pictures of their home. She is doing so many things and amping it up over and over again. And people are using her as the source of misinformation. Alabama Nana, thank you again for being a member. Yeah, she is extremely dangerous.
And as long as I'm alive, I will do everything I can to protect my child. This is child abuse of an autistic child, which is a disability. You cannot advocate.
She's from New Jersey. She's actually in news segments advocating. She actually has a book. Like, she has lost sight of everything that she once claimed she was. There's a whole Reddit thread on her. It's a deep hole. Just be prepared.
For themselves the way a neurotypical kid can. They don't have friends like a neurotypical kid would have friends. Sebastian, he was so locked down in that house and cut off in that house, watched and repeatedly punished.
We have no indication of any of that whatsoever. In fact, none. He was out and about, bowling, arcades, out to eat with his family, rode the school bus, came home after school, was alone for a few hours until his mom got home. Like, no indication of any of that whatsoever.
And abused. Look at this beautiful child. Look at Sebastian. This is a lovable child who did not deserve what happened to him. His mother, Katie, did not protect her son. When Chris and Katie Proudfoot were on Nancy Grace's show, this is an article right after, they wrote that Chris Proudfoot said, only one time Sebastian Rogers' stepdad explains how he punished missing autistic boy.
Alabama Nana, thank you so much. You said, thank you for standing up to trash like this lady. I don't want to sound like I'm disrespectful to Nonsense Channel, but I can't. You're not being disrespectful at all. You are right alongside all of us. This woman is absolutely, I'll go through and show you guys a few that are new to her, a few of the more dangerous ones that we've watched over here, just so you guys get a little bit more insight into Julie, because it is astounding what she is getting away with.
Search continues. Only one time. You guys remember?
Shelly, I can.
Chris said only one time. Katie, his mother, sat there next to him when he was lying. They said, there were no family altercations at the time, she said. That's Katie talking. There were no family altercations. These 5 cases happened in less than 2 years. But Nancy Grace questioned Chris Proudfoot regarding a spanking incident he discussed on a YouTube live stream with Chronicles of Olivia. Quote, Sebastian got caught lying. How ironic. I gave him a swat with a belt on his buttocks, on the outside of his clothes. One swat, Chris Proudfoot told Nancy Grace, adding that it happened several years ago. One and only one time. When people say several years ago, I think of 3 years or more. It wasn't 3 years or more. They didn't live in the house before Sebastian was reporting missing on February 26th for even 2 years.
And how do you know when this one-time pop on the butt with the belt was there, Julie? Let me guess. Your buddy with the special gifts and the dowsing rods?
I have been trying to sound the alarm about the abuse of
Look at that. The promotion of her book.
autistic children, the crisis, the epidemic of abuse of autistic children for years now. I wrote a book, Families in Crisis, Lives in Danger. Sumner County law enforcement, you have had these Child Protective Service reports about the abuse of Sebastian Rogers, 5, for all this time.
We don't have any indication that there were 5. We factually don't know that.
And Chris and Katie Proudfoot are walking the streets. They've been allowed to be around Chris's daughter.
Actually, the court allowed that. A court in another state, after looking through evidence, allowed him to have visitation of his daughter for the summer. That says something.
After these 5 abuse reports. Katie, I am talking to you.
So not just one state, 2 states.
If you ever loved your autistic child, Sebastian, go to law enforcement today and tell them the truth.
This woman is absolutely, here we go. Let me pull up a couple more since some of you guys are new to her. Okay. Let me find one. Oh, this one.
Back in 20
I watched this already with you guys, but I think this gives a pretty good once over of how deranged this woman is. And I said it, deranged. Sue me, bitch.
20 in Shelby County, Tennessee, a 14-year-old autistic boy named Brandon Gray was found dead in his home. Though there were more kids in the house, only Brandon, 14, and his sister, age 12, who were both autistic, were often forced to sleep in the garage of their house. In addition to being punished by sleeping in.
So for anybody that's new to Julie, the title of this video is 3 Things in Common with Sebastian Rogers' Case. So she is talking about other cases of other children that she is going to try to link 3 things in common with Sebastian.
In the garage. It was also found that Brandon, who's autistic, and his 12-year-old autistic sister were being starved. And it was ultimately that starvation that led to Brandon losing his life. Autistic children are at risk for abuse at a highly disproportionate rate than their neurotypical peers. We know that there are many warning signs that neighbors, school teachers, and others notice prior to an autistic child losing their life due to the actions, neglect, and mistreatment by their parents and caregivers. Denial of food has been brought up in the Sebastian Rogers case. It was brought up by Chris and Katie Proudfoot, who
They did not state that they denied Sebastian food.
said Sebastian would get caught sneaking into the kitchen at night to take food.
They did not state that they denied him food. Catching a kid sneaking into cabinets in the middle of the night is totally different than a denial of food. But okay, Julie, carry on.
There have been unofficial reports by neighbors that Sebastian might have been forced to sleep in the garage.
Again, a completely fake neighbor. No indication that that was true whatsoever. In fact, the mattress in the garage was delivered after Sebastian went missing.
If he were to have incontinence accidents, which, by the way, is one of the signs that a child is under psychological duress due to emotional and physical abuse.
Mean Code, I would just take a gander down that rabbit hole because all the allegations that she makes against other people, people have made against her because of what she displays and how she uses consequences of such as locking her 20-year-old autistic stepson outside her home when he's having a meltdown that she displays on her TikTok. People have some very strong opinions of her treatment of her own stepchild. It's disturbing to say the least.
There was an unofficial report by a neighbor who said they saw Chris Proudfoot turn a hose, a pressure washer, on Sebastian. There's unofficial reports by neighbors screamed at
A pressure washer that they don't even own. The Proudfoots don't even own a pressure washer. And again, that was fabricated on Crime Lines and Lines, Brooks, and repeated as fact when there is no such basis of any of those claims. Another fake neighbor story. In fact, Bobby, the bullshitter, even claimed that that neighbor wasn't a neighbor and didn't live in their neighborhood.
Sebastian and called him the R word. Unfortunately, stories hauntingly similar to what Sebastian Rogers allegedly endured has been heard many times before regarding autistic children. Let me tell you about one case in the New York area in the last few years. This is a picture of Thomas Valva, 8 years old. On the other side is a picture of his father, Michael Valva, and his stepmother, Angela. Angela had 3 neurotypical daughters. In addition to Thomas, who was autistic, he had a brother, Anthony, who was 2 years older than him, also autistic. While Angela's daughters slept every night inside a warm house, as did the family dog. On many nights, Michael and Angela forced Anthony and young Thomas here to sleep in the garage. Michael was a police officer in New York. Cries for help, heartbreaking new details of autistic boy who froze to death after cop dad and fiance starved him and kept him in garage. Principal of the school where Thomas and Anthony attended said the 2 boys, who were both mentally disabled, they both were autistic, appeared to be fine then when they arrived at school.
This is a horrific tragedy that she is comparing to Sebastian's missing persons case. Horrific true crime story with a horrific outcome. We have no indication. We have an open investigation into a missing child, not even a criminal investigation. Everything is on the table, but we have no indication that any of this remotely happened to Sebastian.
In 2017, but later show up to class feeling cold and hungry. The 2 started to look extremely emaciated, motivating faculty to put in calls to CPS. After calls to CPS, they said the boy's condition would improve, but this was sadly only a temporary fix. In the trials of the father and stepmother, witnesses came forward like a piano teacher who gave lessons to one of the stepmother's daughters. Stepmother and father even made fun of Thomas's autism, mocking him when he didn't answer questions. They shouted at him, "That's right, because you can't talk." Thomas and Anthony spent hours in the home garage without heat as punishment for having urinated and defecated in the house. Prosecutors said the father had physically and verbally abused his 2 sons for years before the night that Thomas died. On January 17, 2020, when Thomas wouldn't wake up, the father took him outside in cold weather and sprayed him with a hose. When police came to the house, the father lied and said Thomas had fallen on the sidewalk and hit his head. Here's what allegedly Sebastian Rogers has in common with these cases: verbal and physical abuse.
We have no indication that that's true.
The denial of being forced to sleep.
We have no indication that he was being denied food. We have no indication that he was being forced to sleep in the garage when he wet himself.
Sleep in the garage when he wet himself. These are alleged allegations, in my opinion.
And once again, Julie goes full crazy. I'm going to show you one other thing. Oh, she's live right now. Oh, shit. Let's just go over here.
Misty,
I have
Crystal, thank you for being here. Thank you for modding. Thank you for being my friend for so long. Sam R. Hello, Sam.
Hi, Julie.
I know I miss people,
Look
but
at
I
you,
promise you I'll
Julie.
catch up. Reality wins. Bonnie's journey. I believe this case
Imagine that. Our friend Julie's live right now.
is real. Real life is at times stranger than fiction. I mean, the look at them, Summer Wells.
Ugh, we'll go back to that. Imagine that, though. I want to show you guys. For those of you that have not seen this yet, if you need to tap out, I'm just going to show a quick display to our people that are new to Julie, what Julie is truly like. Give me a moment. Yeah, she's definitely not my friend. I'm being a sarcastic asshole per usual. But this was Julie's parody of Chris Proudfoot the other day after these supposed email interactions came out. We're just going to watch a couple minutes of it. We've already seen it. But for you guys that don't know, this is her parody.
This is Cluminati. This is Christopher Proudfoot. Yeah, I sound pissed because I'm not liking what I'm hearing. That's why. I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinions, but you heard this stuff about the guy with the green sweatshirt at Katie's car at Texas Roadhouse. Oh, you did. And what are you doing about it, Cluminati? How are we gonna distract from this? This isn't good. I'm not giving you all my time and attention for nothing. I need your help here. We got to have a distraction. So what do you got? All right, you're going to do a live. Okay. Well, what are you going to say? Well, can you tell your husband to put down that damn guitar for 1 second? God, he's awful. I can't even hear myself. Yes, tell him to shut the hell up.
Mike, every time I watch her, my blood pressure skyrockets. For some reason, this one gets under my skin, but I think it's because she uses the whole I am an advocate for people on the spectrum. Like that is her constant shtick. And being a mother of an autistic child, fuck out of here, Julie. This is not advocacy at all. Like even having the audacity to do this is just stunning to me.
We're discussing real business here. All right, listen. Since you guys can't come up with any ideas, you go on there and tell them, Seth wrote me a letter. And he said, he's going to put Sebastian in a home. And I just ignored it, but now I'm thinking, yeah, he put Sebastian in a home. What do you mean, what kind of home? Look, let me make this simple for you, okay? He wrote me a letter. He putting Sebastian in a home, okay? We gotta turn the attention. We got to turn the attention away from this, the three guys at Katie's car that night. All right? When are you going to do it? Tonight? Better be tonight. I'm running out of patience here.
A lot of you guys didn't see this when I covered it the other day. I'm actually shocked by so many of you that haven't seen this. Y'all, Julie is something different. It is a whole different spin out here. She truly is delusional to, yeah, it's bad.
All right, listen. I'll call you back. hold on. Now, everybody, I got to make this clear. I'm not really Chris Proudfoot. I got to listen in the chat. You don't seem to get it in the chat. Let me make this crystal clear for you, okay? I'll make it real simple. I'm not really Christopher Proudfoot. I don't know who you are. You're all entitled to your opinion. And I'll be respectful, but I'm brash too.
And she goes on and on and on. I'm not going to do anymore. I can't take any more of this woman. I'm sorry, you guys. It's bad. It gets worse. She accuses them of handing off DRUGSs. It's absolutely crazy. I don't know, Jay. I don't know how old she is, to be honest. Yeah, she's something else. But if you haven't gone down Julie's very reactionary too. I've been covering her. Pika, didn't we cover her since the first live she did? I stream sniped her. And then she made a reaction to me and she was like all pissed off about things. Okay. Next up on our list of fun for the day, we are going to go to the next fucking bullshit one. All right, we're going to go Crime Time Buzz because she is as crazy gets to, and this will just lead us into the next ones. We'll start with this one first, though. Okay. So, Crime Time Buzz. You know, everything's breaking news to Crime Time Buzz. Miss J over there. CLK, thank you for the super sticker. Much appreciated for the support. Yeah, I did trigger the shit out of her, but I don't care. Okay, so Crime Time Buzz, you know how she likes to make these shorts and then makes longer live streams? Well, we're just going to take a quick look at this. And there was another live stream that had like all of their information, the Bower Sox information based off of Nick's stuff. It's no longer there. Thank God for people getting it out of there.
It's Tuesday, December 3rd, very, very early in the morning with an update from At Night Intelligence. Actually, we have 2 updates. They're important. I couldn't sleep. I wanted to get them out to you. So
this was, I think somebody said it like 4 o'clock in the morning, my time. She's in my time zone. She's very close to me. And it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. She was doing this breaking news updates.
So here we go. We're going to get started right away. 2 updates from At Night. And then I'm going to show you on the map. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. This was posted 3 hours ago, December 3rd, 2024. Public update on finding Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Buckle up, because this is a lot of information. They're making progress, my friends.
Oh, hold up. I just took a gander over here. Hold on. Look at, okay, can you guys see the chat on your screen? You can. Look at Julie's chat. Look who's in there. Crime Time Buzz. Nick and Betty usually go over there too. Look at all the people over there. The same misinformation people that go from chat to chat to chat. Crime Time Buzz is right there in her chat. Holy shit. Yuck. Okay, back to this. Sorry. I'm multitasking over here. I'm watching her stream and seeing her chat at the same time as I'm playing this.
The team at Night Private Intelligence is dedicated to finding answers about the disappearance of 15-year-old Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. We want to share some recent progress in this important investigation.
This is funny as hell, actually.
Updates about new satellite images. On December 2nd, 2024, thanks to our work with experts in the field, At Night received very clear satellite photos from our friends at Albedo Technology.
Your friends at Albedo Technologies that don't have satellites up yet, go check out Michelle's video, Michelle After Dark's video from this morning. It's amazing because she debunks their little claim here, and they've now made a correction on X that I'll show you.
And other intelligence imagery providers who are experienced in taking pictures from space. Yay! These satellites take extremely clear pictures, which
you hear her cheer. Yay, she says.
Help us look closely at specific areas. This helps us to, number 1, spot cars, objects, and people clearly. Oh, good. Number 2.
Oh, good. even though a satellite isn't even up for albedo technologies. Sure.
See patterns in how things move or happen in important areas. Awesome. I bet they could see the flashlights and the vehicles and everything.
Oh, I bet they could too if there was such a thing as a satellite that they had access to, but they haven't even launched a satellite yet. But carry on.
Number 3, use these images alongside other tools like home security cameras or car dash cams to understand the situation better. Now listen, they're also
Mike, thank you. I don't drink, but I'll probably have 6 cigarettes for sure. But thank you for the support. Much appreciated.
releasing, they not only have satellite imagery, clear pictures, they now focus on Hartsville Pike, and Enoch Way. Right now, we are focusing on Hartsville Pike and Enoch Way, important areas linked to the time right before Sebastian disappeared. We are trying to find any clue.
And this is why I call these people useful idiots. Oh, did you guys see my riddle today? I've been making riddles too. I think I'm just going to start making riddles backing off Nick. I think I'm pretty witty if you don't ask me. Or if you ask me. Probably don't ask me, though. It's probably better. I mean, shit, we can all write riddles that make just as much sense as Nick's do. But these useful idiots take shit like this and run with it. And what they are doing is intentionally focusing people on the Bower Sox neighborhood.
Clues or evidence there, and I'm going to show you on the map. We are particularly interested in identifying some vehicles that show up in the satellite pictures and need further checking from different, what's it say there? Views. Okay, we are asking anyone who has information about people or vehicles in this area.
What the fuck did she just take a picture of?
Now listen to the time frame now. From Wednesday,
We're listening.
February 21st, 2024 to
No.
Monday, February 26th, 2024 to help us. This could include security camera footage that could be matched with our satellite pictures.
Satellite pictures that don't even exist from your friends that don't have satellites up? Okay.
Again, let me repeat that.
Oh, repeat it.
They are focusing on Hartsville Pike and Enoch Way. And just so you know, that's in Gallatin. I'm going to show you on the map.
Oh.
Important areas linked to the time right before Sebastian. There's an intersection that is Hartsville Pike and Enoch Way. Important areas linked to the time right before Sebastian disappeared. We are trying to find any clues or evidence there. We are particularly interested in identifying some vehicles that show up in the satellite pictures and need further checking from different views.
Satellite pictures without a satellite. Shocker.
We are asking anyone who has information about people or vehicles in this area from Wednesday, February 21st, 2024 to Monday, February 26th, 2024 to help us. This could include security camera footage that can be matched with our satellite pictures. If you or someone you know has security camera or dash cam footage from this area during these dates, or if you know anything about these individuals or vehicles, please contact at Dog the Bounty Hunter at 833-TELL-DOG, or at night by calling or texting 844-922-3236. Email tips to mostwanted@manhunts.one.
Let's just, oh, no, I'll let her go a little farther. Sorry.
All information will be handled confidentially, and even the small details could be vital to connecting the dots. Our commitment. These new tools help us better understand what happened to Sebastian. By using advanced pictures along with tips from the community, we hope to find answers for Sebastian's family. We are thankful for your ongoing help with your support and new technology. We promise to keep with your support and new tech.
I can't even keep a straight face listening to how serious she is trying to make this. Meanwhile, she didn't even look into, do these satellites even exist? Well, they don't.
Technology. We promise to
And the satellite company actually comments back to Nick, makes a comment back to Nick on X, stating as such. Like, what?
keep looking for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Okay, let's go ahead. Stop sharing. Look at the map.
Oh. And here we go with more Google Earth images. I'm not even going to play this because what they are trying to do is get people to hone in on this neighborhood and redox the Bower Sox. That's exactly what they're doing. But today, they had to come out with this important public update on the search for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers after everybody debunked the shit out of these satellites. At night, private intelligence has made significant progress in the ongoing investigation into the disappearance of 15-year-old Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. After an extensive review of new material, we are providing the following updates. Focus on the green hoodie individual. We now believe that the individual, we'll get to the satellite one in a second. We now believe that the individual wearing an olive or military green hoodie seen in the vicinity of Texas Roadhouse on February 25th, 2024, holds critical information about the moments leading up to Sebastian's disappearance. This person's interaction with Sebastian's family and presence at the time remain pivotal. We are intensifying efforts to identify and speak with them. Based on new findings and analysis, At Night is now operating under the assumption that Sebastian did not return to Stafford Court, his residence. Okay, that was their initial post. Now let's look at their crap today. So they have came out and said, oh, wait, that's that one. Hold on. There's too many corrections. They're having to really correct. Hold on. Did he delete that one? He said that it looks like a worker. Where is that one? Oh, here we go. At Night, Private Intelligence has an update on the 3 persons of interest identified on November 30th, 2024. Further review confirms that the 3rd individual observed wearing surgical gloves in the imagery and footage is a temp staff member connected to the establishment. No shit. Breaking news from Nick. This individual has been confirmed to be performing their legitimate duties as part of their employment and has no knowledge of the events leading up to Sebastian's disappearance. But wait, all these creators made it into this huge deal, and that's why Katie released and had a discussion about an email to cover her tracks, I thought, according to all these content creators. But now it's just a worker? Say it ain't so. Then they go on to say the 1st person of interest. This individual is still believed to have direct knowledge of what occurred the evening of February 25th, 2024, and remains a critical lead in the investigation, green hoodie. 2nd person of interest, possibly working with the 1st person of interest. This individual is thought to hold corroborating information or context vital to the case. The clearance of the 3rd individual allows us to focus our resources more directly on those 2 persons whose identification is essential to understanding the events surrounding Sebastian's disappearance. Fuck out of here. Okay, but this is the fun one. So they did all of these live streams, everybody throwing the biggest fit over these satellite images from Alberto Technologies and going in and Google Earthing everything. Well, just a few minutes or hours ago, they had to come out and update. Public update plus correction on the search for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, December 4th. The At 9 team remains resolute in our pursuit of uncovering the truth behind the disappearance of 15-year-old Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. We prioritize transparency while safeguarding the integrity of our efforts. Clarification on Albedo Technology and other providers. In our previous update, we had inadvertently misrepresented the role of Albedo Technology. To clarify, Albedo is set to launch in February 2025. While we are engaged in discussions with their partners, of course, now there's partners, we intend to utilize their high-resolution imagery during phase 4 of our investigation. Currently, we are in phase 2. Ooh, that's not what you said before. During this phase, we have utilized imagery from our 4 distinct providers. However, due to an increase in unsolicited calls to organizations we collaborate with, we will refrain from disclosing their identities at this time. You just don't want called out or to fuck up again and say that you got images from a satellite that isn't even launched again, trying to find the right chess piece. Stick to Riddles. They make more sense than this bullshit, Nick. During this phase, oh no. Furthermore, we have come to the attention of a self-proclaimed private investigator who has made threatening and misleading calls to corporations under false pretenses, claiming to be retained by Kate Proudfoot. This individual has employed unconventional and deceptive tactics to obtain information. Huh? Are you talking about yourself? A formal report is being prepared and will be submitted to the state of Tennessee regarding this matter. Absolute shenanigans. Fucking shenanigans, and Nick gets outed for it. But Crime Time Buzz wasn't done there. She went on and did a whole other live stream. But what I find of really fun importance, because it's going to take us into our next phase, next person that needed some attention. Notice the post on the screen, Momming It Up there. For those who remembers Momming It Up in the beginning of this, who was deeply involved in creating conspiracy theories and trying to get attention from all the creators. Everybody remember her? She gave me the shame finger majorly in Brittany's live stream the other day, and I was shaking my booties. How dare she shame me? She said, I'm so disappointed in you. You were disappointed when I blocked your fucking ass because I wasn't buying into your bullshit. Let's speak the truth. Sebastian Matters, you have been this is her post to Crime Time Buzz, who's just latched on to anything Nick says and creates a whole conspiracy out of it. What's scary is she claims to be a teacher. You have been fantastic to follow. Thank you so much for not making manufactured content. You have a channel that still has empathy, compassion, and ethics. I know profits are low, drama sells, but in time, truth matters, facts matters. Well, really, is that so, Mama it up? Let's go just take a little gander over here for the shits and giggles. I've got a hell of a lot too. Somebody dumped me a ton of videos on her, but we're going to start with 13 days ago because I found this one to be of very high interest. All right, let's just go on a little. Get your tinfoil hats on, friends.
Somebody put a new sign out.
So I finally saw 2 more signs for Sebastian. I am so happy. Like people probably thought that I hit the lotto. I yelled so loud and cheered, and then my little girl started cheering. We need these signs everywhere. They should be everywhere. And I understand they don't hold up in the weather long term, but with so many people looking for him for so long, there has to be a way that we can get these. They're really expensive. That's a big hurdle. I know.
In a half mile, take exit 1 toward Clarksville.
But my son's been laminating the flyers that we have, and we're trying to find out, like, where can we put them? Because I am telling you, I am going in and out of a lot of places for autism, a lot of different places, and I have talked to
Take exit 1.
Another local. Lord help us all.
and I wear this green eyeliner, and it is a conversation starter, and I'm able to...
In a court.
I probably should just walk the fuck away from what I'm really thinking. It's a conversation starter, I'm sure. I'm sure she wears this green eye. Do you guys get close enough to people? Like, I'm still of the social distancing. Do you get close enough to see what color eyeliner most people are wearing? I got a bubble at all times. Stay the fuck out of my bubble. Like, what?
I'm able to talk to people about Sebastian. And I explain to them why I'm wearing the green. So you know how we have all the...
Oh, hell. Hold on. I just realized. Hold on. I'm not... No, why are you filming your children?
Holiday parades and things like that. I was thinking, what if we do floats with Sebastian Rogers on it? And
I did watch this previously and didn't even catch that until just then.
Other missing persons that are of the local area. I think that's something that everybody could do.
She wants to do floats in a parade.
If you have a local holiday parade that you're allowed to participate in, where you decorate it for Christmas, I really highly suggest that you add Sebastian and other missing persons.
Okay, I gotta show this though. I gotta. That's the look I got on my face looking at her right now. That what the fuck look is what I got on my face looking at her. The fuck? That's my look too.
Right? Green is Sebastian's favorite.
Yeah, she's a pretty gal.
Favorite color. You can have all kinds of green lights. It is the holidays.
This takes a significant downturn here in just like 30 seconds.
I can't imagine what Seth is going through. I can't imagine what even Katie. I don't know if she had anything to do with her son's disappearance. I have no idea. But what I do know is there is a lot
In 1,000 feet.
but I don't know.
Okay, now we're safe to go back to recording because there was a jump. There's a jump. So the title of this video is A Town Full of Silence, Missing with One. Okay, here we go.
Because the other day I took a drive over on Stafford, which was where TBI says was his last known whereabouts, right?
Another person driving through their neighborhood filming. Shocker.
And there was only one sign on the road and it was crooked. Not to mention,
Lord forbid there's weather that might have wind that made a sign crooked.
all the new homes that have been built since he went missing. How would they know about him without signs and banners? They didn't live there, right? So there's a lot of unsettling stuff. We're at the end of November. The last update said they had no evidence of foul play. Well, do they have evidence now or circumstantial?
Obviously not, because no one's been arrested and Sebastian is not home. And to see the extensive flip-flop, if you remember what she was doing in the beginning of this and what she was saying about Seth in the beginning of this to this degree now is like, huh?
Just because you didn't have it then doesn't mean anything now. Not to mention the fact that the silence from the mom and the stepdad, I'm sorry, it's unsettling.
You know what's unsettling? The fact that you're driving through their neighborhood filming.
It is. And that is just the
You're a fucking weirdo, okay?
reality. We're at the end of November. And when you take into account that allegedly they're talking to content creators regularly, how? And all of the deflections, all of the whataboutisms, and the behaviors of certain creators, and oh my goodness, it's just atrocious. And then on top of it all, you have all of this attention. You have a intel agency. You have Dog the
An intel agency that lacks any intelligence.
bounty hunter, whether he is a reality star or not, he comes with a lot of resources.
IRS debt
Why wouldn't you be embracing these resources?
because he's a clown? Honk honk.
Allegedly, in my opinion, something is not adding up here. And
Let the dog be retired. Look. He's busted in so many doors that man can't even count anymore. Let him enjoy retirement driving around golf carts in Florida. Leave that man be with his IRS debt.
and Sebastian is not going to be forgotten. People are going to keep talking about him and sharing his picture and sharing his interest and his story until he is found.
Okay.
And that is just how it has to be.
And
Because it does not matter. It takes everyone to come together to say, no, our children matter of all abilities, and you do not have a right to silence people.
who's being silenced? Oh, are you talking about Nick with the tape on his mouth? Well, that tape's been removed, honey. Catch up.
We are the voices for
Oh, Lord.
every missing person, because without people looking and sharing their information
Stalking the family, keeping them under surveillance.
and their story, how will they be found? They're just forgotten. People move on. People look into different things. And I have a bad feeling that there is something really unnerving going on. Because if you don't know where your child is,
I have a real bad feeling that I'm going to run out of tinfoil, and so is Costco if I keep having to review these fuckers.
if you don't know where someone you love is, how would you not be begging for help and looking? Who would give
How do you know what they're doing?
a flying flippity-doo-dah day what people think or say about you?
Oh, of course. You know exactly how you would respond and react. Okay.
As a mom, there is not one part of my being that would care what people said about me or to me.
Okay, well, then this won't bother you at all with your flippity-doo-dah day. Oh, what fun it is to ride. And no, that's a different song. And a one horse open. This is what happens. My brain just fucking throws itself at the wall. Okay, I'm done. I'm singing Christmas carols to her flippity doodah.
I would be
So rain.
sleeping at the news stations. I would be banging on doors, begging for help.
Oh, okay.
I would have billboards everywhere. I would cash out my 401k. I would donate a kidney. Well, you can do that. I would donate my plasma. I would do anything possible to have the funds and the resources. I would have every resource available to me, from
Another perfect parent.
buying ads on newspapers to buying ads on Facebook. I would make TikTok videos and promote them. I would do everything and anything humanly possible. I would get a blimp if I had to. I would get.
Can the blimp carry you off with it? I'm asking for me and maybe my friends. I mean, can you hold on to the blimp and it just ta-da, flippity doo-dah, take you away?
Skywriters to write my song.
Skywriters. She's gonna. Jesus, take the fucking wheel. Or the blimp. And take her out of here.
Name places. I would do everything I could
Of course.
within my power until I found my child.
Oh, another parent of the year.
So it is really hard for me to understand. And I know it's hard for a lot of people to understand. And that's why we need to keep spreading Sebastian's name and asking some of these questions. Why does the neighborhood not have banners and flyers? Why is there a crooked sign on the road where he was last seen? And why are we allowing?
Maybe because of wind. You know, I'm sure Tennessee gets some wind at times.
People to cyberbully and intimidate other people into silence and not share Sebastian's story. We're adults.
Who? Name names. Who's being cyberbullied into silence? Because none of you idiots are silent yet. Dexter is even complaining.
Let's all act like adults, ignore the drama, and let's help do some good for once, because this young man has touched so many of our hearts. There is not a doubt in my mind that with the power of the internet, we can share him far and wide, and somebody will say something. There is somebody out there that knows what happened. There is somebody out there that has answers, and there's a $175,000 reward. It could be used for a legal fund. Maybe you could ask for immunity. I don't know. I mean, I have questions.
If you are involved in a crime, you cannot cash in on a reward. Like, hello, people. Common sense 101. My tinfoil, my reinforced steel is not thick enough for these people. Somebody take this one back. She's no longer on the dark side, though. They can have this one. Thank you, I guess.
I'm wondering about like Chris, and where was he that weekend? Because we know where the father was now. Seth was definitely at work. We have Coffin Jaffer. She confirmed that. So, you know, there's a lot of questions, and this reward, I guarantee you, is going to have people talking. Guaranteed. And just because you think there's not enough evidence, ever watch Cold Justice, Circumstantial? There's a lot of things that can come on and help out, especially if you get in front of a jury. And I don't know. I mean, in my opinion, allegedly, I would definitely come forward if you have information, because you are going to.
And where did she get 175,000? It's 200,000 according to what they're claiming, but really factually it's 50,000 with the FBI, up to 50,000. Yikes.
To be in deep doo-doos. Let me tell you, Tennessee.
Oh, you're going to be in that deep doo-doo.
Has a lethal injection still as a penalty.
No, she's been listening to Dog way too many times.
They actually do.
Say it ain't so.
There's a lot of laws to protect people, but our children?
No. Could that be why Bullhorn Betty is facing 6 criminal charges? No. laws to protect people, there's not enough, because people like you get to do this to families and keep them under surveillance and make it into content and think it's okay.
Our children are the most important. They're our future. If you can hurt a child or you can ignore and want a child's
Why did the Arbor Day commercial just pop in my head? Like, plant a tree, save a tree for your tomorrow. I don't even fucking know at this point. Throw it all away, please. Just take it and toss it. Because when I listen to her, the Arbor Day Foundation comes to mind.
disappearance swept under a rug somewhere, people are not going to have
It's done.
empathy.
I'm done.
And eventually, if they have information, they're going
We still have fucking audio to get through. We still have audio. Oh, Lord.
to sing like a bird, whether they're your mother, your father, your brother, your child, your neighbor, your friend, your husband, your wife, especially a child like Sebastian
Your third cousin 14 times removed.
that had autism, a vulnerable child that not only did he have autism that he battled with, and he has a smile to light up a room. Look at that smile
That's the only thing I agree with her on. His smile is incredible.
that that child has. It's amazing. You can see he has a heart of gold. But he also had a disability with his chromosomal abnormality, right? He
It's a 6q27 chromosomal deletion syndrome.
was born with a chromosomal deletion syndrome. So nobody is going to be okay with keeping secrets. And they're going to sing a tune that will have somebody liable.
Like, whistle while you work. They're going to sing a tune?
It's going to happen if it's not already happening.
Or move, bitch, get out the way. Like, what kind of tune here?
If foul play was involved, if
Sorry, I am not mocking the fact that Sebastian is missing at all. I am mocking the fuck out of these useful idiots that have injected themselves. I can't take it no more.
somebody covered up his disappearance, it will all come out. So if you have any information whatsoever, please call 1-800-TBI-FIND. You never know. Maybe
At least she gives that number, correct? Gotta give her props on that.
you can negotiate a deal. Maybe you can
negotiate a deal. Like, holy.
ask for immunity. I don't know.
Tell me you haven't been listening to Dog the Bounty Hunter and Silver's on the Scene and Subaru Steve.
But I do know that Sebastian deserves justice. He deserves to be home. He's almost going to have a birthday. He has family and loved ones that miss him and love him.
Yes.
And people can share his information and try to make sure that everybody knows about him. That's the least that we can do. I'm going to have a live later. Let's talk about everything start to finish. We'll even go over the posts on X. We'll talk about the different drama with creators who are local. They were boots on the ground. We'll talk about
creators that you tried to buddy up with and then decided they didn't really like you. So then you had a problem with that. I mean,
about all kinds of stuff, from Dog the Bounty Hunter to Coffin Daffer to
Coffin
Nancy Grace to the Fox News interview that most people didn't even see with the mother and stepfather. We're going to go over a lot of things. I'll give you my opinion. We'll talk about all the allegedlys in the case. And I hope that you guys are having an okay day. And if you get a chance, let me know in the comments, what other ways do you think we could use to
stick to the facts? The facts matter.
Spread awareness on Sebastian or anybody who's missing. You know what? I mean, I couldn't think
where the hell the bells come from
of anything other than like my eyeliner or putting, banners in the Christmas parades, magnets on the cars, buying Facebook ads, making TikTok videos, promoting them, things like that we could do. I don't know. But let me know if you have any ideas. And if you're watching this in the future, thanks for stopping by. Like it.
You're welcome. I'm not going to like the video though, because you gave me the shame finger and you're out here doing this type of shit. Stick that finger where it don't shine.
And sharing will help get the videos out in the algorithm. This is Momming It Up. I don't usually focus on true crime. I'm just a mama that likes
Oh, you usually do wild conspiracy theory type shit. Okay.
to talk about the news and things that I find
And prepper type shit.
important, and vent, give my opinion, and share our family's journeys with medical complexities and all that comes along from being a mom and momming it up. So I'll see you guys later when I do a live, and I hope that you guys are doing well. Don't forget, text Sebastian's info to everybody you know. You can find the flyer on the TBI website, or you can use
And I can't be mad at her for wanting to spread awareness. That's one thing I won't.
Dog the Bounty Hunter's flyer.
But who she's aligned with and what she does now. She has been flip-flopping all over like a fish. All right, one more little from Momming It Up. Here we go.
I mean, we've heard so many stories that just regurgitate, for lack of a better phrase, because I'm a little tired. And it's like, I think it's every time people.
And I'm just starting at 27 minutes in. Let's have some fun. And then we're going to go we got audio yet to do. Yay, us. And whoever asked where I find these people, I think it was Never Say Never. I think you asked me that earlier in here. I saw that. Don't say that. They find me. I am like the psychotic, delusional magnet on YouTube. They find me. I don't find them. You know what? Last time I found a bunch of these people, I got long haul truck drivers alongside of them. This time I've got food eating competitions and these people. Don't ask. I don't know what happens. It's just my algorithm. I've got that ability. Okay. And by the way, before I start this, I got sent a 3-minute clip of some people from my past, like a year and a half ago, that tried to say I framed and set people up that I've been supposedly reached out to, and I'm going to be not naming them because it's kind of like Beetlejuice. You say their name once they show up, let alone 3 times, and nobody's knocking 3 times on that window because nobody wants them. I heard that they've been reached out to by the people that I've been calling out. They need help. They really need help because I'm too much to handle. And so they've been trying to get them to come back around and help them out. And she asked them for a list of things that I have been doing to them, and so she can help them out. I love this for you. I hope you take that journey on, and I will ignore you just like I have. Maybe stick to tracing things and of other people's and then claiming it's yours. You were more successful at doing that. But carry on as you wish, because it's fun for me to laugh at you guys. You give me shit to laugh at. I don't react to it anymore, even because I could care less. But carry on. And if anybody is actually going to her, if she's not emailing herself, asking her to get involved, which that could be too, because she's got about 40 different emails, 40 different Google accounts. If somebody is emailing her, asking her to help out, Lord bless it, you have hit the bottom of the barrel of desperation. There's many other opportunities. Come to me. I'll tell on myself to you. I'll give you all the dirt I can on you. You just might get stuck in a whole fucking tornado of shitstorm with that one, but have fun. Love this for you.
People get close to certain information. It's like, look over there, do not look over here. When, in all honesty, I'd be more focused on the people that were outside the Texas Roadhouse.
I love Duchess's hubby.
I'd be wanting.
He gets me in my sarcastic bullshit.
To get the information to help at night. I would not be bashing at night Nick, the one that everybody calls Nick the Hat, because they can't pronounce his last name. None of them, because the more resources, the better. It doesn't matter if you like somebody. It doesn't matter if they're making money. Who cares? Because some of these small YouTubers had no money coming in before they started covering Sebastian.
What the fuck is she talking about? Can anybody help me? Can somebody translate for me? Where does she just throw shit? Like, how do we even end up in these train of thoughts? Like, is this really how people's brains work?
They had none. So
I really need somebody in a doctorate program or like a master's program that's doing a thesis to do a study on this. I really need a really intensive study on this shit. I really, really need that.
while they can sit there and talk about everybody else making money, they're
Tell the Duke I'm staying on their necks. Some of them their third chin, some of them their foreheads. It just depends on which one it is. It's a rough ride over here, Duke.
the only ones that I see that are actually making the most money because they didn't have jobs before. They literally had no income, no matter how much they pretend that they're fine, they're rich, they're yada, yada, yada. They're the only ones that I have been able to actually say are making pure profit off of just discussing the case or other people to do with the case. Dog the Bounty Hunter and all of them, we know who they are, but they at least come with hundreds of thousands of dollars in resources and millions of people that are going to pay attention. Because to me,
I think you meant hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of judgments for IRS debt and judgments in the court. But maybe your opinion of how much, maybe you're talking about what they're negative of. Maybe it's backwards thinking. Maybe that's what we need to do.
me, everybody that is down here looking, whether you're an influencer, a true crime creator, whether you're a searcher, boots on the ground, doesn't seem to me that they're doing that much. The only people that I've seen is like this one nice lady, Michelle, she seems to be doing a lot of stuff around Clarksville where Seth's dad was, and that's it. And I mean, you don't have to believe me, I don't care.
Seth's dad, you mean Sebastian's father? I'm assuming that was just a misspeak.
But it's true. So this conversation really had me thinking, and even my husband was like, he wouldn't doubt it at all. If some of this with the YouTubers are under a much bigger microscope, and they really were taking this as a joke, and they were ignoring how the cybersecurity from the CIA has been involved from the beginning. So they are and have been actively watching Facebook from the beginning.
So now creators are under surveillance. Is that what we are implying here? Well, the title of this is Let's Chat. Could a YouTuber be a suspect or a witness in Sebastian Rogers' disappearance? I mean, that's the title of the video.
When they abruptly stopped looking in person and they said they were pulling back, I think that's why a lot of this stuff has played out, and certain shows have been monetized and certain channels and certain groups and certain Reddits haven't been deleted. I think it's because it is under investigation. So it would not shock me at all. Not at all.
I don't think much would shock you. I think you're another one that would be entertained by an ant crawling across the ground. I mean, I am too. So I'll wear that. I'll lace that bitch up and wear that shoe too. Ants are really entertaining to me.
But
Melissa, thank you for the super sticker.
I figured since I've been busy this week, I must have missed something. Oh, and maybe there was something else going on where somebody...
I think you're definitely missing something. Maybe some brain cells, some common thoughts, cohesive thought pattern. I don't know.
else came out saying that somebody was allegedly a suspect for helping allegedly KP put him into a residential home under a different name, which I don't believe. I think it's a bunch of hoopla. I think it's just to get everybody's attention away from Hendersonville again, away from looking, away from the neighborhood, away from why everybody acts like it's a bother. I mean, that just really does not sit right with me, how people really act like Sebastian is a bother.
I don't think anybody is acting like that. This whole manufactured shtick that they go on with Sebastian it's a bother. They're trying to silence. That's not happening. So to continue on these narratives that that's happening when everybody, I think that is one thing that everybody, no matter what side they can claim to be on, whatever their motives are, I think everybody is in the same thought that they want Sebastian brought home. every person that. Anyways.
If it was my child, I would hope and pray that nobody would push him under the.
Chasing, thank you, because I thought at one time I was being hypercritical, but I'm like, none of this is cohesive. None of this. And she was one of the worst jumping down conspiracy theories about Seth, pushing narratives about Seth. So this whole entire flip-flop that she's doing is mind-blowing to me.
Rug and hope that he's forgotten. Never in a million years. I think so too. I think you're right, Mike. I think that if they really do have his devices, there's a reason. And I'm not saying he didn't leave. There's a chance. You never know. Maybe he planned, maybe he was worried that he was going to be put into one of the residential places. I used to joke with my older son and tell him I was going to put him in
Melissa, thank you again for the super sticker. Thank you for the support. It's much appreciated.
to military school. Now he's in the Army. But I used to joke about it. And then I realized, like, I cannot joke about that with my middle son because he's very literal. And he would really believe that, and he'd be petrified. That's just how his brain processes. Very smart kid, heart of gold, but he's very, very, literal. I am thinking that we are going to have a lot of answers soon. But it is really strange. The whole thing is strange. I've just never seen people get so bad. The way that it came across to my husband.
That's what my brain feels like listening to her, the sputter right there. What is true? Have a great night. That's what it feels like we're listening to. We're going to listen to a few. This is Momming It Up. This is the channel Momming It Up. She's a big supporter of BJ. She was one of the ones giving me the shame the other night in BJ's. How dare I? I'm such a horrible person. Meanwhile, she used to be over here up everybody's asses all the time. Anyways, but she's flip-flopped all over and she's very erratic with everything that she does. But we're going to listen just to a few more minutes. Dexter is waiting for his food. We got to listen to a few more minutes and then we've got some audio to finish this out for the day.
And I was the way that people were getting upset with us personally when there was no reason at all. Oh, well, that was the other thing that this guy, Rick, said. He was showing us some of the creators, some of the same creators that were local of this and other. And I already knew that. I already knew there were certain creators that have been involved with Sebastian and searching for Sebastian that are local. They do go search together, even if they're not shown on camera. Like, I know what I saw with my own eyes. So I know there's a bunch of people that definitely are doing things all together for whatever reason. It's very disturbing. And I only can think of clicks and views and money, to be honest. That's all I can think. That's all I want to think. I don't want to let my mind ever go to the other place like Rick was insinuating. And it's very, I really hope that if there is a connection with manufacturing content in these two cases and realizing that it pulls on people's heartstrings, that there is some sort of legal recourse. Because that's what the guy was saying, right? That's how he got into listening to stuff, was when that girl went missing. I think that's how this trucker guy started listening to things, was through that little girl's case. See, I didn't listen into that very much. I remember hearing about her, and then I saw a couple of interviews, and that was it. It was too heartbreaking, you know?
So she's had contact with a bunch of people that have weirdo, crazy theories too, and her narrative just, thank you. Nash Native, I feel like I've been lost forever with her. Let's switch gears, because she just goes further and further on these like narratives of trying to claim that she knows that there's a coordinated effort between the YouTubers, and could a YouTuber be a suspect? What the fuck, man? These people, no matter how much we dislike most of these people, most of them don't even live in Tennessee, let alone knew who Sebastian was. Like, let's not be stupid out here, but that's too much to ask. All right, ready for a real stupid? How many of you have seen this? This is from 21 hours ago. Now, there's another live stream that was privated of this, but we're going to go because somebody else got involved. Buckle up, friends. We're going to clutch those pearls, aka Spanky. If you didn't have your tinfoil on before, please prepare it now. And momming it up, I can't take you seriously. When you're talking about manufactured content and you're in BJ's and all of the channels that are doing everything off of Nick's Riddles, manufacturing content constantly that they have to come out and debunk. You throw your money wherever you want, honey. Throw that money around, make it fucking rain like you're at the strip club. I can't even fucking talk anymore. You make it rain on those creators, but don't ever question who's manufacturing content. They're the useful idiots that I can't even imagine how much fun Nick's having. I guarantee Nick's like a little kid getting the prize in the cereal box every time he does a riddle and they make it into content and like try to make sense of it. I bet he sits there just giddy over it, which is sick. But I guarantee he does. All right, here we go. I'll explain as we go. For those of you that haven't seen this yet, this is interesting.
Roger. Thank you, Edgar.
By the way, they refer to Chris Proudfoot as Edgar from Men in Black.
I need to find
Could.
the transcript.
We're going to speed him up. But he gets a call in a minute.
Here we go. Okay, and I need the word court.
We can't go to 2 times yet. Because
Remember walking into the courthouse with my stomach. Okay, it's not that one. Bear with me 1 second. Court, don't be emotional.
I know.
Going back to this court.
Yes, this is the guy that has the pet monkey. This is Spanky, aka Justin. Okay, so he gets a phone call. This is where it gets interesting. Now, he had already played some supposed audio, but he's going to talk about this audio with this guy.
Hey, Chris, you're live
Hi,
on the
Justin?
air. Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous. I've never done this before, but yeah. So I sent you a text and an email earlier tonight. With audio files. I don't know if you've had a chance to look at that yet.
No, I haven't. No.
Okay, so basically, I won't say too much because what I believe I was able to isolate it is kind of disturbing, so I won't say too much. But basically, what I did was I used an audio editing program.
If you want to give your opinion on it, go for it.
Oh, okay. I'll explain what I did. It's an audio editing program, and it displays the actual waveform from the sound file.
So what he is talking about is Spanky got his hands on some supposed audio from the neighborhood. He can't tell where it actually comes from. He has no idea what house this actually comes from, but they are using this audio to try and claim that it's likely it could have been Chris and Katie. So their subs are taking it further, of course. Again, Spanky privated his first live with the audio, but this is still up publicly.
And you can highlight any part of the waveform and you can amplify or edit parts of it. So what I did was I carefully
Supposedly this guy's name is Chris.
looked at it and I looked for any sections where I could hear an audible voice, and then I carefully amplified those parts. And so what I did is there were parts I heard a female voice, and I amplified those parts. I was really careful to not amplify too much so it wasn't clipping. And I was able to pick out 3 statements that she said that I was able to get them pretty clear.
Here you go. I just got them. Okay.
I was able to pick out 3 statements. The power of suggestion.
Okay. I'm looking at them right now.
Okay.
I'm downloading them.
Do you want me to say what I believe is in what I believe she's saying?
Well, of course he's going to want you to say what you believe she is saying, because then people can know what they're supposed to be hearing. Of course, it's like a spirit box. Why not? Power of suggestion is a mighty tool.
Yeah, just give us your opinion on it. Sure. Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, so this is my opinion. This is what I believe. I'm fairly sure, but it is, of course, it is just my opinion.
I'm going to play it here in a minute.
Oh, you are?
Yep.
Okay, so what I believe, the first one is, what I believe, she says, be careful, he was bleeding from his head.
You can't even tell if it's male or female, by the way. There's that. But he says that that's what he hears. Okay.
Another one, she says, I didn't know. I believe she also says, I didn't know. I tried to stop it, but I wasn't able to clarify the second part of it. So in the file, she just...
And Justin isn't the only one running with this. There's another psychic in Canada named Tara that claims that she's got the really clear audio and she cleaned it up and sent it to the FBI. But she can't talk about it any further than that.
Says, I didn't know. And then there's another portion that I was able to isolate where the voice says, she says either I hit his head, it was horrible, or she says it happened so fast, it was horrible. But at any rate, the horrible part is very clear. It's unmistakable. She does say it's horrible. I'm sure, law enforcement is aware of this and they would have more advanced software, but this is what I was able to do.
I have it more clearly. I can probably send it to you than probably what you got. But I mean, not what you edited, what I'm saying, but like, I don't know if you got the recording from, like, you screen recorded it.
Yes, it's sped up to 1.25.
From me?
You want me to slow it all the way back? If you would like me to speed it or slow it down, it's important for the audio purposes, so you guys can hear that I'm not trying to distort anything. I can't make anything out in this audio, period.
Well, yeah. I saw the live that you had a couple of nights ago, and then I noticed you said it to members only, and so I kind of looked around YouTube and I found there's another channel you sometimes collaborate with, and so what I did was I just hooked a audio cable from my phone and then to the audio jack on my computer.
Absolutely slowed it down to original speed for you guys.
And just recorded it that way. And then I opened it up in the sound editing program and I went and edited and amplified it, I mean, overall, the one you showed on your live a couple of nights, it was pretty good. It's just that I think there were certain words I was able to amplify a little more.
Awesome.
I was able to kind of more precisely highlight the audible voices. I don't know. You can see if it's better. I hope so. But,
okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
you guys think it sounds like Nick? I'm not good with voices.
Yeah, thank you.
This case is really, really bothered me. What that poor kid went through, and unfortunately, I'm living all the way in California, and so there's really not much I can do. But I was like, well, maybe I can at least help a little bit, with something like this, because I'm kind of
Sin. He'll kind of give a brief description in a minute, and then I will go further into
my computer savvy, So.
Wow. Well, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I will also. I'm trying to find the files. I need to look. I've got some files that might be.
Nick's voice is higher pitched to my recollection, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
better than what you started with that I can send you. So
yeah, I think I think you're right. If I had, because if I had like a better original recording, I might be able to do a little more,
Yeah.
But in the end, there's only so much you can do with a bad recording.
That's it.
So we're never going to get it like perfectly clear,
even the FBI,
If-
they can only get it so good.
Yeah.
I mean, they're acknowledging that it's a bad audio file as is.
Yeah, like they show in the movies when, detectives are like, okay, enhance that, and they zoom in a part and then a pixelated picture
It doesn't work
magically
like that.
becomes clear. No, because if the information is gone, you can't magically recreate
You can't
it.
fill it, right? You can't fill it with
Right.
something that's fake. Right.
That doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know people think
And why even twist this into something? Exactly, Duchess. Why? Why do this?
that like the FBI can do this, like zoom in on this grainy ass picture and make it like, 4K, but they can't. Not even the FBI,
No.
I promise you.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't magically recreate what was never captured in the first place.
No.
If the information isn't there, it's not there.
Bingo.
So.
Yes.
But yeah, I really appreciate you taking my call, and I really, it's amazing all the work you're doing. And I'm not normally into true crime, but this is just
I know.
this is really bothering
Trust
me.
me, it's driving me nuts. It's drove me nuts. It has.
Yeah.
What's your name in chat?
CT6502.
Okay,
I know
okay.
it's kind of a weird screen name.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. But
Well,
okay. Well, thank you, Justin.
thank you,
and I'll
CT.
keep listening. Okay.
Thank you so much for everything. Okay.
Sure.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys, we're going to play it. I want to give you a trigger warning.
A trigger warning for a bunch of static.
This is your own interpretation, my own interpretation. This, I want to make it very clear. I have not been able to speak
Listen to this bullshit.
with the original person who uploaded this file. They will not speak. I can say
The person who uploaded this won't even speak to these people.
that TBI has this.
What the fuck?
FBI has this.
I don't know who
They have called back on a couple occasions. And
hold on. I'm going to pull his chat
there
up.
has been some movement, in my opinion, on this audio. And I feel more confident in it. But at the end of the day, I cannot tell you which home this came from. I do believe I have it down to 2 homes. But I will never tell you
They have no idea where this even came from in the neighborhood.
something that is 100% that I can't verify. Like, if I can't speak to the person.
Then why even put it out here?
It is a neighbor. Yes, it is a neighbor.
Someone there recorded it and leaked it. Supposedly a neighbor.
I personally believe the audio.
But he believes it. Can't source it, can't vet it, doesn't know where it came from, but he believes it. Oh, say it ain't so.
Personal opinion. You might believe the audio, or you might think it's hogwash. Whatever you think is absolutely fine with me. I'm not here to make anyone believe something either way. I'll give you my opinion on it.
No, because he don't give a fuck. Justin doesn't give a shit. He does this in every single case he touches. Puts out salacious bullshit, runs with it, creates theories around it.
and that's it. So, you might not be able to hear this. Let me.
And the chat is eating it up. I believe it. I believe it. I believe the audio too. I believe it. I believe the audio because I know what I heard. Seth, I'm shedding so many tears for
know
you.
if you can hear this. Hold on. I hear that. Right there, yeah.
You guys hear that? That's what they're hearing things in. Don't know where it came from. Somewhere in the neighborhood, some neighbor that won't talk to them, no source of it. This is what they're hearing. Yep. Sounds like a spirit box.
I need my headphones on, but can you hear that? Barely. All right, let me see if my audio input. 1 second.
There's Tara in the chat. Another realm and Spirit Whispers candle shop. Sebastian's name is in that.
And I'll slow it down as well.
This is fucking sick.
Let me do it like.
Why are they even?
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
This is just, sorry, I'm scrolling up because, the same people. All the same people in Julie's stream too. 1,800 people were watching this live. This video has almost 13,000 views on it. You can't hear shit in that.
Okay, the input.
I'm leaving it at regular speed for the purposes of this. And then we'll speed them up. Trigger warning. Audio is describing disturbing events. Please take care of yourselves if you cannot handle. You can't even hear anything in this.
I don't know why y'all can never hear that. Let me try it like this.
Absolutely fucking silly. Trigger warning. My God. That reality wins gets around. Ugh.
Bear with me, guys. I apologize.
There's allegations in here. Straight up allegations in here. It's originally from a neighbor who turned it over to law enforcement, but won't speak with anyone else for safety reasons, allegedly, and in my opinion. Are you fucking kidding me?
Damn. Okay. Okay. Oh, I know what to do. I know what to do. Hold on. I can do it like this.
This is wild. I wish I could release my cleared version, but I can't. It's in the hands of authorities now. I would never risk hurting a case. That's that another realm and Spirit Whispers candle shop.
Download.
Somebody else, Mohawk Mom,
One.
says, I heard 2 males and 1 female in the audio the first time it was played.
2.
I think these people all need their heads examined.
It happened so fast. I didn't know. And
Sin, thank you for the support. Lily Rose, thank you for being a member for 2 months.
All right.
This is absolutely horrifying.
Here we go.
I'm going to mute so you guys can hear.
Almost done. Promise. Delete. Oh, okay. 1.
The other video he did playing this audio, Justin going over it, he put on members only. So most of them have heard it before and ran wild with it all over. This is not
Two.
supposedly from the video of the lights. This is completely
It happened so fast. Okay.
They don't know where
Number
it came
two,
from. What
almost done. I promise. I have to transfer it 3 different ways so y'all can hear it.
he has no idea where it came from, what house it came from, can't vet it. The source won't talk to anybody. But supposedly it's audio from the neighborhood. They just don't have a clue where it's from or anything. But they all tell you they were hearing all sorts of stuff.
Here we go. Now,
Another realm in Spirit Whispers Candle Shop says, play the babe, it's going to be okay part.
trigger warning. I need to slow it down.
Pen, you could be right. It could be the audio file that they did add to that when they sent it to MMO Tarot. You could be right for sure on that. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, they have no clue what this is, but they're going to try to make it into something. JC, thank you for the support. Yeah, I will always stand for the victims. This is bullshit. This is the level we've gotten to.
Hold on.
Here, pretty much.
How do I slow it down?
Look at the accusations in that.
This one is... It happened so fast. I hear that. It happened so fast. You hear that?
They have no idea where this came from.
It happened so fast. It's horrible.
Another realm Spirit Whispers Candle Shop says, I turned this into the family who turned it into authorities.
Or something.
Somebody else by the name of Alicia Cardwell says, promise, no, different audio from a different neighbor.
Do you hear it?
Of course, the chat's saying, yes, yes, I hear it all. Fucking wilds, right? Explore Core, thank you for becoming a member.
Horrifying.
He is. He's like watching, he's YouTube's melatonin.
Let me do it like this.
Yes, very good, Justin.
Split this.
Well, if you fuck with it enough,
Delete.
get into anything. Just watch the Spirit Box people and their experiments.
Okay. Cancel this.
These people
and then I'm going to
there was 1,800 people eating this up.
split page. Okay, I'm going to do this right here. Hold on.
Somebody even says someone in the background is saying, get him in the car.
Let's find a word.
Am I fucking losing my mind? Or are these people out of their fucking mind? What is it? Because I feel like I'm losing my mind and find this to be so disgusting.
Just split them.
And such a reach.
Okay.
What is wrong with us that we don't buy into this shit? Are we the problem? We must be the problems. Yes to both questions.
Wrong here. Oh, I see what I did.
Honest.
Okay.
Get the rods. The rods will tell you what it's saying.
All right, here we go.
It's like Jim Jones. Oh, according to the chat, you got to close your eyes to hear it. Please close your eyes, everybody in the chat. That's the only way you can hear it.
Happens so fast.
I actually heard you're fucking idiots. That's what I just heard. Yes, polyrhythm, LSD, definitely the answer for all. For sure. We need to be on that level. At this point, I feel like I'm having flashbacks.
Okay.
In front of a fridge for
Now here's the second one.
thinking I was the Barbie girl.
This second one, in their opinion, can't remember what this one says.
Kenna, we're on the same brain waves. I can't even talk. Well, shit, where'd that little bumpity bump come from? That wasn't in the first one.
Can't remember what.
Oh, the bubbles definitely help distort our view and hear things differently. That's what it's got to be. It's because he added the bubbles to the screen. That's what the little bloop.
I didn't know. I think one is I didn't know.
Oh, when the grass blows, it must be a totally different view. Okay. I heard it for sure. Sounds like somebody was changing their oil in their car. Glug, glug. Good Lord, I'm going to go nuts with this. Somebody says they're hearing there was blood everywhere out of that. Oh my God. Oh shit, even somebody said Seth don't know. Oh yeah, now it's Seth didn't know. Seth can't know, of course. Yeah.
And this one.
Yeah, sure.
I've got a really good one. I've got to find it. It's really, really, really clean.
I stubbed my toe. That's what it said.
Okay, hold on. This is the one they think it's
AF.
Be careful.
This is so negligent, in my opinion. Oh, of course. One person suggested that Seth, they could hear Seth in it. So now everybody's saying Seth must never know. Seth can't know. Sounds like Seth in the very beginning of that one. Seth must not know from audio. Seth didn't know that. Somebody else says they hear he has to go to school today. What the fuck? This was supposedly heard on a neighbor's camera. They can't tell you what neighbor. The neighbor won't even come forward and talk to him. But somehow it got leaked. And they're making this out to be audio that transpired during that time frame. Somebody else in the chat says, please, y'all, take a moment and pray for Seth. If this audio is true, real, he needs our prayers more now than ever before, in my opinion. Hearing this makes me so mad. Why aren't they arrested yet? What are you fucking hearing? Trigger warning. Audio is describing disturbing events. Please take care of yourselves if you cannot handle this shit. You don't know where it's coming from. They have no idea what house it's coming from. Supposedly just leaked audio from somebody in the neighborhood, but the source of it will not come forward and talk to any of them. Yeah. Make that make sense.
Let me see. Well, let me slow it down.
This is insane.
I'll put the enhanced one, see if it'll do it.
Insane.
Voice clarity enhanced. Oh, that's nice. Let me see if I can do this. Voice enhance.
Right? Casey?
Voice enhance. All right. Let's see if that helps.
Dog the Bounty Hunter's voice. Right, Mike? Absolutely. They get what they deserve. Hey, Kimber. Air Force Vet. We have no indication of what night this is even from. If it was from the night, if this was a camera in the neighborhood, we have no indication that this is even from their neighborhood, you guys. Zero. They can't even vet this. And they're putting it out here like this. I hear you're on payroll, so play this audio. I hope he unlocks a demon. I think they're already among us. Oh, they won't. How do you fire in the hole? Rabbit hole we are.
And that makes it quieter.
Absolutely. Sipping. Absolutely. It's Megatron. Thank God I'm not the only fucking one that thinks this is just negligent, disgusting, and asinine. This is ridiculous to do to parents. And just when you think it can't get worse, it always does. Every day it gets worse.
You all hear something down. Y'all hear something different. It's like the ink blob test.
Well, no shit, because you don't even know where it came from. But they're going to tell you.
No 1-800.
It happened so fast, honestly. He never stopped talking. He just rolled to the side. Are you fucking joking? War Damn Eagle. And anybody thinks that person's credible says, it happened so fast, honestly. He never stopped talking. He just rolled to the side. Arms bleeding. We know whose arm that was. This is his fucking mods. By the way, mods, if you ever act the fool like this, I might call 5150 on you guys. But that man's voice is there. Nick found the spade. He has completed his royal flush. Jesus Christ.
It happened so fast. Honestly, he never stopped talking. He just rolled to the side.
These idiots will believe anything.
Yeah, Nick posted something.
We know the man's voice, in my opinion. That's what Another Realm says. It happened so fast, it is awful, Mohawk Mom says. The mods are really leading the charge in this. I heard it happened so fast. Okay, another mod.
He posted the spade.
Definitely his voice. Hey, Edgar and Katie, what are you saying here? Let us know. My arm's bleeding. The spade's complete. My royal flush. Your streak ends here. Nick's post. Oh my God.
Completes my royal flush. Your stake ends here.
Somebody else says, it happened so fast. I've got it. You're doing it wrong. I've got him. The first one, KK says, it happened so fast. Arm bleeding. The audio was tucked in a file. No one's seen it in the file until someone discovered it. The fuck? My arm's bleeding.
The spade completes my royal flush. Your stake ends here.
Somebody else says it sounds like you're playing the Beatles backwards. This is absolutely beyond. Like, they can't get any lower than this, can they?
It sounds like you are playing the Beatles backwards. You're funny.
Nick can't even play poker. He can't go to Vegas. Sorry.
You wake up. Come here. One sugar mama.
MMO Tarot has good audio, even though that video didn't have audio, but sure. He has like no breath. Are you these people?
Oh, we got a monkey. We got a monkey.
This is funny. In my opinion, Nick's people tracked cars leaving BS Bowersock's house that night by satellite images, and they went to the Proudfoots. Meanwhile, there's no fucking satellite. Sure. Call a spade is what Edgar said, and he likes his steak rare.
Okay, you're hungry, Annie. Okay. All right, please don't pull my hair. Ow.
It's very clear what happened.
He has like no breath.
One person. I love Nick, but the riddles are getting out of control. Really?
Oh, it says streak. Sorry. I said steak.
I have a program that can remove all the noise and isolate the voice. Jesus Christ.
All right, I'll check the text in a second. I
was able to get satellite images. Not sure which ones. Oh my God.
Feeding my monkey.
I see it now.
You'll have to hold.
Somebody.
Streak.
Why?
I would love a good steak with some fat on the side. I like it fat. I like the fat on the steak. I used to think it was disgusting fat. Now I love it. There's steak emojis.
Now he's going to feed the monkey. Here, let's go back. Let's fast forward. He's going to pull up Nick's post.
I think he likes poetry. I do. I think he likes poetry.
Right? Sipping Shine? I think we might.
I don't know. Thank you, Marilyn.
Fake audio.
This
Fake
is
green
my
sweatshirt.
babies.
Satellite.
Babies.
Nick is very intelligent.
I just.
So
Well, I don't think he was sold.
Oh, here.
One set's live.
Oh.
Just wait. Okay?
I don't like any of these people at all.
You'll be looking forward.
It's a real monkey.
Friday.
It
Did
is.
you see the one of their house? What do you mean, Wanda?
Unreal. We're speeding him up.
No, I don't think he was sold.
They're done.
Nice mustache.
Fucking audio.
Thank you. Felipe? Or I don't know what my name should be. Oh, mommy, you're the sweetest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. You look like a little gremlin. You look like a little Furby.
The riddles
you
are
little Furby.
The riddles are for those who are guilty. They aren't for us to understand. It's to make them slip up. Reality wins. Remember, Nina caught him in the text from his boss, hence the slap. I think after that, he got a secret phone.
Are you a Furby?
Are you guys
You are?
okay?
Are you a Furby?
The fuck?
Come and get the mic.
They're an embarrassment for sure.
You sleepy. Green hoodie spill some beans. She's tired. Of course, she sleeps on a heating pad. So when you're laying on a heating pad, you kind of want to sleep the entire time. Or at least I do.
Somebody else says, Mama, give up the baby boy.
They found the green hoodie person. He did
The answer to Nick's riddle is Katie Proud. Oh my God. I can't with this.
the answer to Nick's riddle is, in my opinion.
And the fucking claps. And there's Nick in the chat.
Ooh, girl. That was a good one.
Love the
Hers
post.
burped a good one. You hear?
Oh, he's coming.
Dear. It's like a clicking. Justin, Nick is sending a message to you. Okay. No, closed captions won't work for that. I want to tell you.
We know KP chose the man over her child, just like so many POS mothers have done. Wow. These people are a disgrace. Complete
disgrace. I'm having issues since upgrade. Let's see. 1 second. Okay, we got this. Okay. Here we go. I have eyes that pierce the night. Where others see shadows, we see light. We watch a house with silent grace. In the world of intelligence, we take our place. What am I with a name so sleek, guarding secrets never to peek? Oh, look at there. There's a FedEx truck in the yard.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a liar by the toe. If he hollers, make him pay. The judgments will not go away. I can do it fucking too off the top of my head. But mine made more sense.
You know who's in the videos? How about that?
Oh, now you're seeing somebody in the windows.
You know,
Oh, Petty, I don't.
you know how
Question.
I told you that every single local that I have spoken to, and I'm not talking about locals, I'm talking neighborhood and the school area that I've spoke to, say there's no way Sebastian would leave that house by himself. Not a chance. And they don't believe he did this by himself. You can rent FedEx trucks if you're a vendor. Really?
Petty, type your question again, please.
Where did you hear that, Loxy? Don't FedEx vehicles have cameras and trucks? Well,
Yep, he's been
KK's vehicle has a camera. I don't think KK's vehicle was ever used. Ever.
He's been in contact with neighbors. They contacted neighbors right away.
That night, at least.
Type your
We had a
comment.
neighbor that the FedEx would stop at all the time.
Petty, I missed your question. Type it again for me, please.
And would be inside for a long time before leaving. You know what they were doing? Your neighbor.
Trevor Lee, do you know where they supposedly got this audio from?
That's what the FedEx guy was doing. Your neighbor. He was doing your neighbor. Where was that comment? Hold on. Brown chicken, brown chicken. It's brown chicken, brown cow.
That's what I figured, Trevor. Their asses. Yeah, Brooke's neighbor was bullshit too.
You say
The amount of people in the chat that are believing this too.
brown chicken, brown cow. Brown chicken, brown cow. Brown chicken, brown cow. That's what you do. Wouldn't well, you know, everyone talks about Edgar's, you know.
It's a brand new
My community post has the info to rent the FedEx.
Yeah. It's like
Thought it was the milkman. Well, nowadays, I mean, I'm gonna tell you something.
old.
I don't know about the FedEx workers, but I'm gonna tell you something. UPS truck drivers, boy, Lord.
I got your question finally, Petty. Am I right in recalling law enforcement have said there's been no confirmed sightings of Sebastian, correct? The one of the sighting a few blocks away, the TBI put that on the flyer. We don't know if there was an actual confirmed sighting or not. Ellie has not confirmed a sighting. Oh, yeah. Trevor, I saw that. Yeah, the CEO. Yeah, that was wild. Heartbreaking. Walked right up with people standing right there.
I stick with UPS. I'll tell you that. Unless you want to sponsor me, FedEx. Okay.
I'm sorry I'm making you
like you
stress
too.
bake.
Yes, I am. It's something about those tan uniforms. Tell you, they always hire them with real nice personalities too, or at least they do around here. They hire them with the most beautiful personalities. I love my driver. His name is Dan.
I'm gonna fast forward.
Sorry.
Again.
Eyes, shadows, light, silence. We take our place. Sleek, never. Eyes, shadows, light.
You're welcome.
Silent. We take our place. Sleek. Have eyes, see shadows, see light. With silent. Grace, we take our place.
I can't believe this chat. I'm over here.
With a name so sleek, never to
I'm over here reading his chat, just dumbfounded.
speak. The bolden ones, emboldened letters. See, he emboldened some letters. I do know who the special guest is. Friday nights.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be interesting.
I'm late to the stream.
Oh. Okay, we're going to finish out with this. You want to see some more disrespect to the parents of a missing child? Here you go.
2065.
I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's a
20, 32 and a half and 4 quarters.
So you're. I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's a.
Look at these two. Who are these two?
20, 21, I think.
Katie! Christopher! Katie! Christopher! Katie! Christopher! Katie! Oh, Katie! Katie!
The parents of a missing child. This is what we are doing.
Katie! Oh, Katie! Katie! Katie!
And they find it fucking hysterical.
Oh, Katie! Katie! Christopher! Oh, Grace! Oh, Grace! Christopher! Christopher! Oh, Grace! Christopher! Christopher!
You're going down, Edgar's.
Oh, Grace!
And it was
That's what the comments are saying.
Mr. Proudfoot, to Mr. Proudfoot, to Mr. Proudfoot. Mr. Proudfoot, what happened?
And it
To
was
Mr. Proudfoot, to Mr. Proudfoot, to Mr. Proudfoot.
And it
To
was
Mr. Proudfoot, to Mr. Proudfoot, to Mr. Proudfoot.
Don't stare at me. I don't like it when the camera stares at me, so I'm just going to pretend that it's not staring at me, even though I know this camera is staring at me because I said I drive a diesel 2035 diesel truck. That's what I said I do. And I like. I don't like. You mean you don't like Christopher? No, you don't like. Are you sure? I mean, are you really sure? You love a pet cat, don't you? Are you really sure?
Oh, that's so cute. Oh, yeah, he thinks it's hysterical. Look at him. He's clapping for himself.
There is Edgar from Men in Black. Edgar, your skin is hanging off your bones. Thank you all so very much. Y'all are amazing.
So cute.
That's something, that's actually a very important thing, Sharon, that you just said there. Right? He said it. For us to continue our relationship.
Fuck these people. I'm over it. I'm over it. The disrespect is unbelievable with this group of people. Yeah, I'm done. Done. Yep. They think that's just hysterical. 1,300 people in that chat by the end of it, just laughing and thinking that was wonderful. Everything was just perfectly fine and dandy with that, right? Yeah. Well, there we went a little on a tour of, I don't even know what you call this part of YouTube besides the cesspool of hell at this point. Laws have to change. Something has to change. Absolutely. This cannot keep going on. But we will continue to document it, and continue to scream as loud as we can and push back, because this has to change. Yeah, and we are considered the dark side. I mean, I'll take it. If it means that I'm not sitting with them and will never be okay with that stuff, I will be okay with any other side but their side. Absolutely. Absolutely disgusting. Purely filth. And they say we're haters. How dare we? How dare we call them out on their bullshit? Do you see what you're doing to victims and their families? And again, don't ever come to me and demand I do shit when you don't even have the balls to stand up for what's happening to victims and their families, and you go in chats and cheer this type of shit on. Don't ever expect me to take anybody seriously that doesn't see a problem with this shit. This is horrific, and I wouldn't want it done to any of them if their child was missing. Yeah, they don't care about victims. No. Right? Up to good. That's his family. That's his loved ones. Yeah. And with that, I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your night. And I will see you guys soon with, unfortunately, way more fuckery. Stay safe out there. Keep your helmets on. And weed carefully through the cesspools of hell. Bye, y'all.